Hello, I'm Father Joe Roesch of the Marian Fathers of the Immaculate Conception. Thank you for joining us as we continue with our year-long journey reading the diary of St. Maria Faustina Kowalska from beginning to end. Today we take up from where we left off, beginning with diary entry number 1136. When the procession from Roesch came to our house, carrying him who was to be reposed in our chapel, I heard a voice coming from the host, "Here is my repose." During benediction, Jesus gave me to know that soon a solemn moment would take place on this very spot. I am pleased to rest in your heart, and nothing will stop me from granting you graces. This greatness of God floods my soul, and I drown in him. I lose myself in him. I am melting away in him. May 30th, 1937. I am dying of yearning for God today. This longing fills all my soul. How very much I feel I am in exile. O Jesus, when will the longed-for moment come? May 31st. My tormented soul finds aid nowhere but in you, O living host. I place all my trust in your merciful heart. I am waiting patiently for your word, O Lord. Oh, what pain it causes my heart when I see a nun who has not the religious spirit. How can one be pleasing to God when one is inflated with pride and self-love under the pretense of striving for God's glory, while in fact one is seeking one's own glory? When I see such a thing, it gives me very great pain. How can such a soul be united closely with God? Union with the Lord is out of the question here. June 1st, 1937. Today, the Corpus Christi procession took place. At the first altar, a flame issued from the host and pierced my heart, and I heard a voice, "Here is my resting place." Ardor burst into flame in my heart. I felt that I am transformed completely into him. In the evening, he gave me to understand how fleeting all earthly things are, and how everything that appears great disappears like smoke, and does not give the soul freedom, but weariness. Happy the soul that understands these things, and with only one foot touches the earth. My repose is to be united with you. Everything else tires me. Oh, how much I feel I am in exile. I see that no one understands my interior life. You alone understand me, you who are hidden in my heart and yet are eternally alive. June 4th. Today is the feast of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus. During Holy Mass, I was given the knowledge of the heart of Jesus and of the nature of the fire of love with which he burns for us, and of how he is an ocean of mercy. Then I heard a voice, "Apostle of my mercy, proclaim to the whole world my unfathomable mercy. Do not be discouraged by the difficulties you encounter in proclaiming my mercy. These difficulties that affect you so painfully are needed for your sanctification, and as evidence that this work is mine. My daughter, be diligent in writing down every sentence I tell you concerning my mercy, because this is meant for a great number of souls who will profit from it." During adoration, the Lord gave me a deeper knowledge of matters connected with this work. Today, I asked the Lord's pardon for all the offenses committed in our convents, from which his divine heart suffers. June 6th, 1937, first Sunday of the month. Today I made my monthly retreat, a light from the morning meditation. Whatever you do with me, Jesus, I will always love you, for I am yours. Little matter whether you leave me here or put me somewhere else, I am always yours. It is with love that I abandon myself to your most wise decrees, O God, and your will, O Lord, is my daily nourishment. You who know the beatings of my heart know that it beats for you alone, my Jesus. Nothing can quench my longing for you. I am dying for you, Jesus. When will you take me into your dwelling place? It is traditional to have a Eucharistic procession on the feast of Corpus Christi. The monstrance containing the sacred host is carried to 4 different altars where benediction, a blessing, takes place for those gathered around. The 4th and last altar was at St. Faustina's convent. The Blessed Sacrament would then remain in the sisters' chapel. Jesus makes his repose there because he feels at home with the sisters who love him. Faustina writes of feeling pain when she sees someone who lacks a religious spirit, living a worldly life, will not give us the happiness we desire. The Lord teaches Faustina that earthly things are fleeting. On the feast of the Sacred Heart, Jesus asks Faustina to proclaim his mercy to the world. She is not to get discouraged by the difficulties that she faces. Her diary is a treasure of wisdom about his mercy. He wants her to record every word he says about his mercy. Faustina professes her love and her commitment to Jesus during her monthly retreat. No suffering will impede her love.